Got one.
Flag dead. Training pit, one shot. Filthy, I got two.
Yo, gotta be there, cut.
Oh!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shots to take out Smoked. At the same time, he'll spot a snipe on the floor in front of him. It's important that he doesn't drop for that snipe immediately and waste time. This is a 3-man push on the enemy base. They're going for a flag return. He's got a teammate in front, and he's a teammate making a counter pull on his left-hand side. Spartan is in an important position here where he needs to draw aggro and put pressure on the enemy spawn. So he makes the smart decision to jump challenge out first. Nice shots into Filthy, drops down, stays alive, grabs the snipe, and then this beautiful quick scope to finish him off is so well executed.
Yo, gotta be there, cut.
Oh!
That first peek was a game changer. When Spartan's on stage and he's firing shots into Filthy, he spots a second player on tower in his peripheral at the same time. So he needs to back down, stay alive here. And of course, backing down here might prolong his life, but there's also a sniper right behind him. And he also knows that he has a bit of a mind game opportunity with that player up on tower. If that player on tower doesn't expect Spartan to re-challenge, then he'll throw a nade. And throwing a nade takes timing. If Spartan's fast enough, he can re-challenge, fire a counter shot, and avoid that nade at the same time. And that's why this peek is so great, because this peek is so efficient. He backs up far enough to pick up the snipe and just reveals enough of himself to get the information that he needs about what the enemy player is doing. He spots that the enemy player is throwing a nade and committing himself to a jump forward at the same time, which is just enough info for him to go back into cover, grab the snipe, and then watch how he adjusts his reticle before this fight behind cover. He's going to swing his body out back right to avoid the nade, and then swings his reticle over left to position it right where he expects the enemy to be when he comes out of cover. So he's already got it pretty lined up, brings it up a little bit, and the timing here is incredible because the animation on his gun cocking gets in front of like the reticle. He can't even see it. So there's a bit of guesswork here, but the timing, so beautiful, lines up for a perfect shot. Like, that is execution that comes with years of practice.
Training pit, one shot. Filthy, I got two.
Yo, gotta be there, cut.
Oh!
Don't touch it, don't touch it.
I got two. Ever's down.
Our jump to ring.
Looking. Two there. Go up cover. Eli, you both have.
The rocks.
The other one's half, John. Pushing.
Dude!
After your opponent. After your opponent. Oh my god.
Their car weak. Their car.
Smart move with the jetpack. By jumping out the left side of hut and going straight up, he gets an early angle on the enemy's snipe while using this wall to his left to block the sightline from the rock spawn. So it's a slightly safer challenge than just jumping straight out. And then he snaps onto the first guy for the first kill. Look at the patience on the trigger finger here for this second shot. He flicks it over, realizes he can't hit him here, so readjusts a second time to a position where he expects the enemy to go, and then watch that sweet little uppercut just to finish him off. Great control of the reticle.
I got two.
As he drops here, note that slaying the enemy in their hut while blocking that rock sightline and also having his teammate Ram leave rocks to go into ring, it's going to open up the rock spawn. So in a few seconds, Reliable and Gilkey will spawn back up in rocks.
Two there. Go up cover. Eli, you both have.
Notice how Bubu spots Reliable spawning in rocks, but he's out in the open and not completely ready. So instead of going for a hard shot right away, he backs up behind the pillar and then takes the shot. And watch his setup beforehand. There's this one flick right here. That was so important. That one setup before he went into the pillar, he just had to make sure that he flicked that reticle nice and close to where he expected that enemy to be when he came out the other side. While he's behind the pillar, he's making slight fine-tuning adjustments a little bit to the right so that he comes out right ahead of the player in such a great location to drop him. He's got a sightline advantage. He's in a better, safer position. Easy kill.
Two there. Go up cover. Eli, you both have.
The rocks.
The other one's half, John. Pushing.
As he leaves here, he spots Gilkey as well, but Gilkey's ready. He's looking for him. He shoots him for the D-scope, and Bubu, completely unfazed by this. It's so huge that Bubu doesn't flinch when he gets shot here. He comes into this fight knowing that he could be D-scoped, knowing he could be shot. When he is shot, Gilkey's likely expecting a re-challenge left out the same angle, but Bubu one step ahead, and with zero hesitation, remembering Gilkey's position, comes out with a re-scope and jump challenge with perfect timings.
The rocks.
The other one's half, John. Pushing.
keep in mind the little things as well. He spots the third player out in the open, no shields in front of him, but he needs to reload. Instead of switching to DMR right away and finishing him off, he realizes he has time. He waits patiently for the moment the bullets hit the clip, and then switches weapons with a complete reload, finishes him off, and then we have our final shot. This shot was disgusting. There's 3 parts to this shot. There's that first flick over to the left where he reacts to the enemy's location, and then he does this very careful nudge upwards where he brings the reticle closer to the enemy player within a comfortable range to land the third part, a confident flick right into his head. Just pure confidence from Bubu.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Smart switch to the DMR for the easy kill on the one shot. He can use the wall cover to his left here to finish off the second as well. Looks over to red and some textbook sniping right here. Watch how he uses his left stick to follow the movement of the player while he makes tiny little micro corrections on that right stick to land the shots. You'll see it again with the second kill right here. He lines it up and then he will physically move down the ramp as he follows that player, making tiny little corrections on that right stick to hit those shots. Now he's thinking spawns, right? Depending on where he got the kills, where he's standing, where his teammates are. All of his teammates are over on hut and center map. The entire blue side is open, so we're thinking either blue rocks, blue base, or behind the hut. He'll move over to hut. You guys know what happens next. He gets 3 insane kills back to back to back. These are absolutely nasty. Oh my god! First, that nasty quickscope where he jumps and then suddenly spots the guy in mid-air. He doesn't even bother to adjust his right stick here. He just sails through the air as the targets naturally line up, and then he follows through. It's not about reacting quickly. Take full advantage of your time in the air to nail that follow-through. He's waiting for a very specific moment. He's waiting for right about here. This is his comfortable range where he knows he can land that shot. At this moment, he is at the exact same time clicking down the right stick and making a very fast but very small movement left. Despite not being ready here, he reacts pretty quickly to the enemy's exact position for that second shot. And I think it's because even though he's looking at base, in the back of his mind, he's very aware of the possibility of a hut challenge. He knows exactly what to do when that happens. And you'll see a small adjustment upwards in the reticle as he brings it to head level. This is all left stick. This is all his strafe. He just counter strafes on him. He spots the enemy. He recognizes his strafe pattern and does a little pivot. He jumps out right, and just imagine the movements on Eli's right thumb to hit this shot. Just like the other shots, he takes a little bit of time for setup before the follow-through. He tries to flick up to the head. It looks like he over-flicked, and then in this moment, he very carefully brings it down and cracks it out to the right for this beautiful shot. The control on his reticle was insane here. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god, dude! Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I just wanted to say happy holidays. I hope you're having an amazing holiday and spending time with your families. And remember, if you like this content and you want to see more, make sure to hit subscribe right above me. If you want to see similar videos in the meantime, there should be a couple options on my right. I'll see you guys around. Enjoy.